All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video, round 3 of the Ed Boon poll on who is the greatest guest DLC character in MK history, and he specified in this one right here. So let's check this out. Round 3 poll. Who is the best Mortal Kombat guest DLC fighter? The Fantastic Final Four. It's really getting interesting. Let's hear your voice, round 3. And he specified, because I talked about this before, he said, remember, you're voting for the guest fighter who was the most fun to play, which isn't always the most recognizable character, which is the reason why I voted for Ghostface over Spawn, because I felt like Ghostface was more fun to play than Spawn overall. But I think a lot of people are more seeing it as a popularity contest, which is fine. If any of these four win, I love all these four characters, so it's fine with me. But so far, like I said before, I'm not signed into my Threads account. I'm using my Threads account on my phone, but I personally voted for Spawn over Jason. So the matchup is Spawn versus Jason and Predator versus Freddy Krueger. So this is kind of what I thought was going to happen if Spawn and Predator didn't get matched up. I always thought that Spawn and Predator were going to be the final two characters at the end of the voting poll, and it looks like that's what's going to happen because 66% and 64% is the vote for Spawn and Predator. It's pretty decisive that we're going to get a Spawn versus Predator final. Now, I've always said that Predator is the greatest guest DLC character in any fighting game, not just Mortal Kombat. So, in my opinion, I always thought that Predator was going to win because Predator is like perfect. Not only did they get him like perfectly right as far as references and just the way Predator is represented, but Predator is so much fun. Spawn, the same. They got his representation down perfectly, and his gameplay is super fun. So Spawn and Predator is going to be an interesting matchup in the finals. Obviously, I'm going to vote for Predator, but if Spawn wins, I'll be cool with that. Some people might have found Spawn more fun to play than they did Predator because, with Predator, you do need a little bit of execution when it comes to some of his Hunter-Predator combos. Hishkuten, not so much, but yeah, all three variations are sick. Spawn is really sick. I'm not really talking about the matchups because it's so one-sided, to be honest. Jason Voorhees getting destroyed, Freddy getting destroyed, and at the end of the day, we're going to have Spawn versus Predator in the finals. And I made the video yesterday. I'm like, Spawn is going to end up winning because a lot of people are more seeing it as a popularity contest, but we'll see. But that's it. Just a little update on the Final Four. It started with Homelander versus Spawn. Spawn went ahead. Ghostface, RoboCop, Ghostface went ahead. Jason versus Leatherface. Jason went ahead. T1000 versus T800. T1000 moved on. Predator versus Kratos. Big time controversial one. Predator edged him out. Alien versus Peacemaker. Alien won. Omni-Man versus Conan. Omni-Man won. Freddy versus Rambo. Freddy won, and then we move on. Freddy moves on in that matchup. Predator moves on. Jason moves on. Spawn moves on, and it's going to be looking like Spawn is going to move on, and Predator is going to move on. So the final matchup is going to be Spawn versus Predator, and I hope Predator wins. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. It's going to take I'll actually leave the poll in the description because you have 24 hours pretty much to vote, and if I'm still home and I'm still able to make the video covering like the finals, then I'll do that. If not, I'll just post my thoughts on Twitter. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.